Thank you. Okay, this time we'll call the Scott County Board of Education meeting to order. And do we have a flag so we can say the pledge, or do we want to, we don't do that?
You can, yes. I have one here at the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should be seeing it now.
Okay. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, what about presentations? Do we have any volunteer of the month?
We do, Ms. Chairman. We do have 4 schools that have submitted their volunteers of the month for the month of November. As always, want to thank those people who have given their time and efforts to our students to enriching our schools and our teachers. We're so forever grateful for what they do for the Scott County Schools. First of all, the first volunteer of the month from Birchfield Elementary is Brandon Hunt. From Fairview Elementary is Terry Gislason. From Huntsville Elementary, Randall Hamilton. And from Huntsville Middle, Shara Crowley. That concludes the volunteers of the month. And now at this time, I would like to go over the Scott High School, Scott County Chamber of Commerce Stand November Student of the Month. Caleb Ronnie Jeffers, the 18-year-old son of Jason and Cindy Jeffers of the Huntsville community, was selected by the Scott High School staff as the November Stand Student of the Month. Caleb is a member of the National Beta Club, the Scholars Bowl, and an active member of White Rock Baptist Church. This year, Caleb is serving as the National Senior Secretary of the National Beta Club. Caleb enjoys reading and volunteering as a coach for the Huntsville Middle School Scholars Bowl. Caleb has completed several dual credit classes and has earned a GPA of 4.0. He has followed a more rigorous course of study and will graduate under the Tennessee Scholars Program. Caleb's plan after high school is to attend a 4-year university and major in chemistry. And Ms. Chairman, that concludes our presentations in the Student of the Month for the month of November.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how about our principals? Ms. Tanya, do you have anything to bring before the board?
Jackson, can you think of anything encouraging?
No, ma'am, not at this time. We are going back to our normal schedule. Today was our last day of phase-in, so our staff is back. We do have some students out that are quarantined, but they're getting better, just one day at a time. And I know it's not a pleasant thing to be in quarantine, but hopefully that'll keep this virus under control. And we're cleaning and disinfecting as much as we can. And it's good to see the big dog up there in the corner on my screen.
Okay. Okay, how about Fairview? Mr. Cash?
I think Mr. Cash may have had a ball game and may not have been able to be with us.
Okay. How about Miss Hamilton with Huntsville Elementary? Is she with us, Greg?
No.
Okay. How about Ms. Goodman with Huntsville Middle?
She's not in the call.
Okay. Well, I know Miss Amy Jeffers is. Did you have anything, Miss Amy?
I don't have anything new. We are having to quarantine some of our basketball players because of a ball game that was played the other night. I just got that phone call, so I'm in the process of contacting parents. So it's going to affect us like it's affected Birchfield and Huntsville. So, but I mean, we're moving right along other than that. So.
Okay.
Ms. Jeffers, that was not one of our students. I take
it was not.
How was it?
No,
okay.
It was a visitor and they just called me today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. How about Miss Rector with Scott High?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just a couple of things, since I wasn't at the work session, last week, just to update you on, Scott High, we are still on that phase-in schedule. We did make the decision to, continue that phase-in schedule until the Thanksgiving break time. Our goal is to come back after Thanksgiving break and be back on a full schedule. That's our hope anyway, and our prayer. Because we do have EOC tests after Thanksgiving break. So those tests would be very difficult, if not impossible, to be able to give without all kids on campus. So we did get those tests in this week, and our guidance department has been working on getting those counted and sorted. It's been quite a chore, but that's our plan. And again, we're going to try to do those tests normally. We would space those tests out and, only do maybe one section of one test each day. We don't feel like that's an option for us at this point. We feel like we do need to complete whole test in a day, just because in order for a kid to get the test scored and for it to be a valid test, they have to take the entire thing. And so we're setting up some different testing scenarios there that will allow kids to do that on days that they're here. It is quite a task, but again, that's after Thanksgiving break. So the EOC schedule will really dictate a lot of who is physically on campus for us after Thanksgiving break. So I guess we'll just stay tuned and see how we can do that, but that's our goal. Basketball season for the high schools begins next week with the Hall of Fame tournament, which will be played on Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then games all day on Saturday. We do have a couple of few basketball players right now who are in quarantine from contacts either in school or out of school, but we do not have any positive cases on either of the teams at this point. So we pray that that continues to stay the case and that those teams can continue to participate. So again, that's our goal, and we are watching that closely. Just to give you an update of where our numbers stand at this point, as of this afternoon, we currently have 5 active cases that have had contact inside the school. 4 of those are students and 1 is a teacher. And we have 31 students who are on quarantine resulting from those 5 cases, okay? So that's not nearly, I know that the numbers outside are really climbing and we're keeping a close watch on that, but that's not nearly where we were around that fall break time, okay? So we're much lower than that. We do have about another 10 students who are on quarantine because of either being a household contact or being a contact of someone outside of school. So that's about another 10 students. But again, that's still nowhere near that number of 10% or around 80 students, 81 students that we were at right there before fall break. So that's good news. And even some of these will be rolled off the books. And hopefully everything right now extends everything, or excuse me, nothing extends past the Thanksgiving break. So again, hopefully we'll get a little bit of a break there and we'll be able to come back after Thanksgiving with 0 active cases. But that's all that I have, unless you all have questions for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how about Miss Stanley with Winfield? Hey, Miss Esther. First of all, I really enjoy seeing Big Dog up there in the corner. I've missed seeing his pretty face. So, hey, my Clay. And then I wanted to say that we hope all the veterans had a special day yesterday. We want to thank them for their service. And hopefully when next year rolls around, we will be able to have more of an open celebration for you than we were able to have this year. I guess my spiel is kind of a 180-degree opposite to Miss Rector's. We aren't playing the basketball game tonight with Birchfield since their girls team is quarantined. And Personally, I felt like it was better our numbers are small, to keep our kids safe than to risk taking them out to another gym. So we are not playing that game tonight. I do want to remind all of the people who attend the basketball games, though, that you do have to wear a mask to enter the gym, and we are requiring that everyone around the concession stands wears a mask. What I did notice when we have played in the past is that when people exit the game, they are coming back out from the gym into that commons area to exit the building, and they are not wearing a mask. I'd like for everybody to remember that they need to wear that mask coming out of the gym, because we have a lot of people coming out at the same time. They are commingling there. I feel that we've been pretty lucky at Winfield, but we did have today 20% of our student body is out. We also have strep going around. We have 12 that are quarantined. We have 6 that are waiting on COVID test results. We have a teacher, a nurse, a cafeteria worker who are on quarantine. And of course, with all of those, we are somewhere between 14 and 24 days off when they have to miss. So it is something that is taking extended time away from those people, those students from the classroom. I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'll speak for those that I personally have talked to. And I know that right now, just the stress of, COVID going around. I think County Executive Jeff Tibbles today posted that we had 148 new cases. Again, a quote that he said it was a very bad past 6 days for Scott County. And again, a quote that obviously COVID was spreading quickly in Scott County. So that is a stressor. It is a stressor for our personnel who are worried about both themselves and taking that home to people who may be at high risk. So I really feel like we need to think about a lot of things. We need to be in a lot of prayer for our schools, our students, our personnel. And that is all I have, unless you have questions. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Hall, you will be next.
Yes, thank you. Just kind of follow up on with Ms. Rector and Ms. Crabtree, and also with Ms. Wilson. Scott High School, like I said, will be continuing on the phase-in schedule, continuing through the Thanksgiving break. Also, Birchfield will be returning from their phase-in starting on Monday. Looking at the numbers, like I know what we have, and we follow them daily. Guys, we watch this, we look at the quarantines, we look at everything, and we're not the only system that is in this situation. I'll say that this is I know I met with the East Tennessee directors this past Tuesday, and it's every system right now is pretty much in the same situation that we are. Even though we're not seeing a vast majority in our student population, we are seeing the quarantines. We are seeing some cases. I know, like we had 15 active cases starting this week. Some have come off, and we put 2 or 3 back on. So it seems like as every step we get forward, we take 2 back. I don't have an answer. It's a virus. You're susceptible to it. Believe me, I know. And you can do everything right in those situations and still be susceptible to it. Always felt like any situation personally where I wore my mask, I did my things I should. I always tried to stay 6 feet. Of course, I'm a talker and a thinker and a handshaker, but I refrain from all those. Still got it. So, there's no shame in it. And there's definitely not a situation to where anyone's at fault. Believe me, no one wants to get it. No one wants to pass it. Also, with that being said, too, as I said, we look at numbers daily. We look at every situation we can. First and foremost, we always look for safety. And I think the majority of our people are doing a great job when it comes to keeping our kids home if they're sick, and I think our nurses and our personnel are doing a good job of catching them early through the day, where it may limit the number of quarantines that we're having, which could be worse. As of right now, the decision that as far as that I would like to do is the Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving break, we take that off. Okay, I'll look and see whether we go virtual or how we use it from there. That'll give us a full week at Thanksgiving. We have the 4 days next week. And then hopefully that, like I said, it looks like if we can avoid some things would be great. But that's right now what we'll look at. And I said, we'll continue to always monitor things daily as we go. But we'll look the Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I will let you know whether it be virtual, what we'll do from there going forward. Tomorrow is a virtual day for Scott County Schools. And I look back at our virtual Fridays, and I really hope and pray that we're all doing the things that we need to be done, that we're still reaching to our kids, and we're getting those kids and utilizing that time in order to make contacts, in order to get the lessons up, in order to help build our student program. But I also think too that that's really cut down on a lot of, at least the contacts, as we're noticing some of the people that are getting it from the home situations. Not being at the school on a Friday has cut down on those number of quarantines that we've had to do. So I really think that's been a big plus in those situations. And I really think it's helped to cut down the number also too. But I think the biggest thing is the safety precautions and everyone that everybody's taking in our school. Again, thank everyone that's done that. Starts from our janitors that are cleaning, our teachers that are going through the safety, the principals that are preaching the safety procedures and things daily. And guys, like I said, it's hard. It'll be really hard for us to always stop it. But we can do our portion in order to try to help slow it down. And I think we have. And I want to commend everyone for that. And again, that's all I have right now, unless y'all have any questions for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that brings us to item 6, adoption of the agenda. In accordance with Board Policy number 1.403, the Scott County Board of Education should adopt an agenda of all items to be acted upon during the regular monthly meeting of November the 12th of 2020. May I have a motion to approve the November the 12th, 2020 agenda?
I make that motion.
Okay.
Who did the second? Who did the second?
Linda.
Linda. Thank you.
Okay. Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Okay, item 7, consent agenda items. In accordance with the Scott County Board of Education policy number 4.403, the Board of Education may include routine and non-controversial items on a consent agenda, which may be adopted by a single vote without discussion. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed and placed on the regular agenda for further consideration at the request of any board member. May I have a motion to approve the items listed on the consent agenda as follows? A, approval of the minutes for October 2020. B, approval of the bills and financial report for September of 2020.
I'll make the motion.
I second it.
Okay. Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton? Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Item 8A, Clinch Pal membership. Board approval is necessary to continue the Scott County School System's membership in the Clinch Pal Educational Cooperative for the 2020-2021 school year. May I have a motion to approve payment of $2,500 to the Clinch Pal Educational Cooperative for membership dues of the Scott County School System for the 2020-2021 school year?
I'll
Motion.
make that motion.
Who made that motion?
Linda.
Linda, and then who second?
Lou.
Lou.
Okay. Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd, Ms. Abbott.
Aye. Okay, item 8B, approve compliance report. Tennessee Code annotated section 49-1-101 through 49-6-201 prescribes curricula and rules and regulations which govern all public schools grades K through 12. Board approval is needed to submit the 2020 compliance report. May I have a motion to approve the 2020 compliance report for the Scott County School System?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Item 8C, CTE reimbursement. Approve the use of Scott County School District General Purpose Budget funds for payment of stipends to CTE teachers for professional development. May I have a motion to approve the use of Scott County School District General Purpose Budget funds for payment of stipends to CTE teachers for PD that will be completed after school hours, on weekends, or during summer break, such as the CTE Summer Institute. The stipends paid to CTE teachers will be reimbursed to the Scott County Schools GP budget with CTE Perkins Basic Federal Budget Funds. The stipends will be paid in accordance with the state's CTE directives and existing Scott County Board of Education guidelines already established. Documentation requirements for approval and payment will be utilized, as well as the established amount of $100 per full day. Paid stipends will be the same as is used in the Scott County school system. All documentation or stipend requests and paid stipends will be kept on file at the Board of Education by the CTE director. Waiting for a motion after all of that.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley.
Aye.
Okay, item 8D, paraprofessionals bonus. The Scott County Board of Education would like to give a one-time bonus to all paraprofessionals. May I have a motion to give a one-time bonus to all paraprofessionals? The bonus will come from the general purpose budget.
Motion.
Notice that doesn't have amount on there.
It was the amount we set at 500.
Okay,
Motion.
Second.
Second.
any discussion? Okay, waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye. Okay, that brings us to item 8E. before we go to that, Mr. Silcox, did you have anything?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Terry, how about you?
I'd just like to second everything that Ms. Stanley said. I'm sure for everyone who is working in the schools
I won't try and.
that it is very stressful right now. And just my heart goes out to you. Having a mother at home who's elderly, I can't imagine the fear that you're living in right now of bringing stuff home to your families. And I just want to thank everyone again for all that they're doing.
I can talk to him.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Ms. Sharp?
Well, my camera isn't working tonight, and that's okay. But Mr. Lay, I love you. I know the battle you're fighting, and I feel like you're going to win it.
Everybody's praying for him. How about you, Miss Kidd?
Could you hear me?
I just want to thank all the school system for everything, their hard work, their sleepless nights, their endeavoring every moment that they give. I know it's stressful on them. And Mr. Mike, we love you. We're praying for you. All you got to do is have the faith of a grain of mustard seed. You and the Lord will get this.
Okay, Mr. Stanley.
To clarify, you're taking off the Monday and Tuesday before?
Yes, before Thanksgiving, as of now. Like I said, we'll always look at things daily as we go.
Okay, and to Mike, we go back a long way, and we're praying for you, brother.
Okay, Mr. Derek Sexton, do you have anything?
Nothing for me. Just
Okay.
want to say God bless everybody.
Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, item 8E, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Are we adjourning or do we need to take
Now,
up?
we have a non-agenda item we need to take up.
Okay,
Okay,
Mr. Hall,
yes,
before you do that, may I say something too?
and
Mike, I love you, buddy. I'm praying for you. Constantly be praying for you.
Ms. Sister, do you have that in your book, the non-agenda item?
I don't.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Is it okay if I go ahead and read this then? Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, the board will need to approve an on-agenda items, item 8E. May I have a motion and a second to approve the following non-agenda item, and as to name the technology building.
Motion.
Second.
All right, we'll wait on the roll call. Mr. Stanley?
Okay.
Aye.
I can't.
Ms. Kim?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
I can't vote.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Aye.
Item 8F, do you have that in your, Ms. Abbott, do you have that?
No, I don't.
Okay, item 8F is for technology request the school board to dedicate and name the technology department facility in the honor of Mike Lay.
Is
Do I have a
what we
motion and a
just-
second to pass the resolution to dedicate and name the technology department facility in honor of C. Michael Lay?
So proud of you. We're so proud.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you all.
And guys, before I go to the roll call, Mr. Beatty, should I go ahead and read the resolution first or after the roll call?
Go ahead and read the resolution. I want everybody to know it was prepared by Tom and Greg, and I just did a few changes, but I think it's appropriate.
All right. Whereas pursuant to state law, Scott County Board of Education exercises authority over the business and governance of the Scott County school system, including its buildings and property. And whereas the Scott County Board of Education is also responsible for adopting policies and resolutions that encourage hard work, dedication. I reckon. By recognizing those unique examples of service that inspire all students and highlight a life that leaves a lasting legacy to the Scott County school system. And whereas by this resolution, the Scott County Board of Education recognizes the exemplary contributions and services such an employee, a teacher, a coach, department head, and friend who served the Scott County school system, its students, and the community with honor, distinction, and dedication. And whereas the Scott County Board of Education recognize and honor the life and service of C. Mike, Coach Lake. And whereas Mike's service as an educator in the Scott High Mathematics and Technology Department inspired countless young students to try harder and reach farther to succeed in a rapidly changing world of developing technology. And whereas Mike's service as Scott High School's boys basketball coach and assistant coach encouraged and inspired countless student athletes toward hard work and discipline through compassionate example and guidance that will be rewarded not just on the court, but in life. And whereas Mike's service as the first coordinator and director of the county schools technology department introduced innovative initiatives that have inspired countless fellow educators in their own lifelong pursuits of academic excellence in the Scott County school system. And whereas Mike's service emphasized the importance of integrating distance learning technologies into the classroom, which is vital in today's educational environment. And whereas Mike's tireless dedication and enthusiasm for his work, for education, for technology, for his students, and for his colleagues led to several honors of national recognition for the Scott County schools, especially in the area of distance learning. And whereas Mike's service as an educator and community leader, the Scott County roots and pride instilled those
same qualities in those he influenced and inspired, which will never be forgotten. Therefore, it is altogether fitting and proper that the Scott County Board of Education and the Director of Schools hereby dedicate and name the facility located at 13020 Scott Highway in Helenwood, Tennessee, owned and operated by the Scott County School System as its Technology Department and Training Center, as the C. Michael Lay Technology Center, in appreciation for the years of extraordinary service he gave to the Scott County School System, and further, that the Scott County Board of Education provides certified originals of this resolution to Mike Lay and his family, and that one be placed in the center. Adopted this 12th day of November, 2020.
Boom.
Let them eat cake.
I don't know what to say other than thank you. It's wonderful to be recognized for your efforts, and always know that I always had the best of the school system at heart with all that I did. I've made so many friends there and tried to influence people. I'm looking at a screen full of people that I either had in school or worked with, and what an honor it is. Greg, you may find this hard to believe, but I'm absolutely speechless. This is a big dog bookmark moment right now. Thank you. God bless.
Well deserved, Mike.
We all love you, Mike.
I love you too.
Most of us are here because of you, big dog. So you've done the world for us.
Love you, Mike.
Love you too.
Mr. Hall, are you back with us? You might need to unmute. Do we need to do the roll call?
Yeah. Has somebody made a motion to second the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Right. Go. Esther, can you go ahead and do the roll call?
I think she's
locked up.
We've lost her.
Who made the motion?
I think
Who
Lou.
made the motion?
Me.
Lou?
Yes.
Okay. Who made the second?
Carlene.
Okay.
Esther, unmute.
Okay. I'll go ahead and proceed with the roll call vote if that's okay.
Yes.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Ms. Terry?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Yes.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott? Ms. Abbott? And Mr. Sexton? We can all recognize it as a unanimous vote.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you,
Mike,
guys.
I love
so
you.
much. We love you too.
You'll be happy to know that Greg does a fantastic job dealing with E-rate, which is something that I know that you don't miss.
Oh.
But it was a pleasure to work with you, even when we had to deal with Universal Solutions.
Oh, Lord, yes.
I'm sorry to bring that up, but at least we got through it. Finally.
We did.
But I love you, Mike Clay.
Thank you so much.
And I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
And your family.
Wow. Now, can we adjourn these meetings before we mess up these computers with all these tears flowing?
Congratulations.
Wow.
Hey, Mike. This is Linda
Hey.
Keaton. Just saying hey and love you and certainly be praying for you. Glad to see you here this evening.
Thank you, Miss Linda. Greg, dadgummit, you did it again. You got me in another board meeting.
I know, right? I had help here. Tom's standing right here beside me, so.
Oh, what a day.
Miss Esther, are you back now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what my screen just went off.
I did too. That's what I'm trying to say.
Windows update strikes again, I'm sure. I guess is there another non-agenda item or?
Mr. Beatty, do we need to add that on the 23rd and 24th? Since we can do that virtual, or I could use sick days or whatever. Do we need to add that as a non-agenda item also?
What's that? I'm
To
sorry. Mr.
amendment of the calendar on the 23rd and 24th?
No, I think the previous resolution gave
That's
you
what I was
the
saying, it
authority
covers.
to do that.
Okay, good. All right. Double check. Okay.
Okay, did we have anything else? Did some of the board members want to discuss anything like we normally do with just kind of chat about whatever on your mind?
We can do that after we adjourn. If you guys
Are
want to.
we off?
Excuse me.
Great. Are we off?
We need to adjourn first.
We need to adjourn.
Yeah.
We need to go ahead and adjourn.
Yeah, we need to do that. Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, no discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox. Ms. Terry,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Yes.